Okay. So this is the second time that I'm trying this because I got a new deck and I was like so excited for my new deck. I was like, it's so pretty. All these pictures, I'm gonna resonate with it. Yay. And then I started pulling cards and then I was like, what does any of that mean? They don't have the names on them. So there was a lot of things where I was like, I just had no fucking clue what they were. So we did a little research and we're back. Either way, we're starting over because I didn't expect that. And I'm a Taurus, which brings me into the first group of people that I'm going to be reading for, which is Taurus. And we like consistency. I wouldn't even say that I don't like. I'm just more off put by the unknown or by whatever's not routine. So that's really kind of where I was like, okay, I need to get a little more cozy and then we'll do it. So, first signs that I'm doing is Taurus. Now, I know that I need to as well as y'all need to, but I'm getting too excited and overwhelmed with all this change. So, breathe. Just get in alignment, just get relaxed, get some water, get some tea, get some coffee, whatever tickles your tutu. And let's go. Whew. Okay. Taurus. Now, I actually did not, I just got goosebumps because I'm a Taurus. I'm so excited. You guys feel me? I just felt you. I actually didn't initially feel the Taurus energy first, but it was the first one that I wrote down in my notebook. So I'm just going to go off of that. And the initial energy that I had, Taurus. This is such a Taurus thing. Like, I'm so not surprised at all that this is what came through, but y'all are just killing yourselves mentally. The mental habit that you are stuck in is this complete inability to accept anything positive or to think anything positive or to do anything positive in regards to yourself. Taurus is very focused on other people. We're very nurturing. We're like, even male to female, we're like the mothers of the world, you know? We just try to take care of everyone, and we always try to bring everyone up emotionally in every way. But in terms of ourself is where the problems are coming in. Y'all are just, you're just at this inability to see yourself for anything that you really are, let alone anything positive. And alright, I'm going to keep talking in circles if I don't start drawing cards. Bottom of the deck energy. Okay. I love this because you know how I said that I'm redoing it? Well, this came up in the last reading. And is it reversed? Oh God. No, it's upright. Okay. I was like, what are those letters? Is this okay? It's upright. So this card speaks of being really passionate and driven about your stability, which is such a Taurus thing. You know, we're very stability centric. We are the source of stability in other lives, you know, in everyone else's lives. But I think in regards to what I'm talking about, this is saying that you need to have more passionate, you have to be more passionate about your own stability and keeping yourself at a good place. You don't have to necessarily gas yourself up or tear yourself down, but to just be stable about yourself mentally and physically. Tell me more, Spirit, tell me more about this. Okay. Again, I'm going to have to try and figure out. Okay, yeah, that is also upright. So, more fire energy, but this is more of a creative fire. Ace of Wands is like the creative spark, you know? It's like, that's what I want. That's something. I'm doing it. Like, it's just having your mind on one thing, and you're just so on that thing, you know? You're just jumping right for it. It's jumping right in, you know? It's that beginning where it's like you don't even think, you're already going, you know? You're already reaching towards it. You're already running for it, you know? Here. Now let's see where these are coming together. So we have this energy. We have this, okay, we know what we want, and we want it bad. And it's that stability. We want that stability, and we know how to get that stability. You know exactly how to get what you want. But then on the other hand, the Five of Cups is, well, first of all, cups normally, or five normally symbolizes a change. So there's something that changed you emotionally. And the kind of all around energy of this card is like, you know, there's all these upright cups, and then there's the one knocked over. And it's usually just focusing on that knocked over cup. It's like that one little imperfection. And something changed you, and it tainted that view that you had. You know, you wanted this stability. You knew how to, you knew exactly what you wanted. You knew exactly what you had to do to get it. But then something changed you, and then you're just like, I can't. You know, now all I see is like that one imperfection. All you see is that one little setback, that lacking. I think that speaks a lot about what I was saying about yourself. I think you know exactly what you want in this world. You know how to find stability in your life and in what you're passionate about, but emotionally you just feel flawed. You just feel like there's something missing. You feel like there's something, a physical flaw too, you know? Ooh, that card came out, so did this one. I think this is the Sun. I need to look up what that is, because, like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. So the Sun speaks of what is known, what is light, you know, what is illuminated, everything that you can see. And it brings a lot of comfort in that sense, you know? It's like the Sun is just that positivity, you know? Like, you find positivity in things that you know, you don't have to look for any answers. You already know it, and it's positive, you know? And so it kind of showed up with the fire energy cards. So I'm definitely getting a lot of that fire energy, you know, that passion. You know what you want, and it's illuminated. It's not like there's anything that you necessarily have to look for to find the answers. They're all right in front of you, type of thing. And I think in regards to what I was saying, that's also physically and emotionally. It's not like you have to figure out what your purpose is. It's not like you have to figure out what your strengths are. It's not like you have to figure out what I guess is good about yourself and what's like beautiful about yourself, because people tell you. And if you're a Taurus, that's it. Taurus is that one person that everyone loves. I hate to say it, like, you either hate a Taurus or you love them. But if you hate them, it's because you can't handle their tea. But anybody that handles their tea has a deep appreciation and a deep love for them. And each Taurus has something so beautiful to offer, internally and externally. We're all the earth. We're just like the earth bitches, you know? Like, every Taurus is just that one person that is so down to earth and so real that it shows physically. Like, earth signs, let alone Taurus, are just very naturally beautiful. You don't hide anything physically. You don't try to hide any parts of yourself. And I think that's what this sun card is speaking of, because the moon is the unknown, and that's like the hidden, the darkness, you know? Sun is like what's known, you know? You don't hide anything physically, and it's beautiful. And I think you need to start appreciating that about yourself more and not beating yourself up about it more. You know, you have to be able to step into the world with this natural glow and this just beauty, this radiance. And instead of having everyone else telling you and you just being like, but there's this flaw, but they're wrong, but they're just not seeing what I see, you have to start acknowledging, like really acknowledging in yourself the beauty of yourself. And even if that means stepping outside of the physical completely, because that's what cups is. It's water, it's emotions, and that's that, you know, feeling like you're lacking emotionally. I feel like you feel like you're not feeling the self-love that you need to feel, because you're expecting it to come from other places. But you need to start embodying it in yourself, like actually looking at yourself, seeing what's there, that's already there. You don't have to look for it. That's like your passions. Like, you're probably talented at something. You have to like sit around and think, what am I good at? You know, it's like, you're an artist. You're good at art. That's your craft, you know? But sometimes you get a little discouraged in yourself. And when you focus so much on what's missing emotionally, and then when you try to get it from anywhere other than yourself, then you lose that confidence in yourself. You lose that ability to love yourself. And you have to start finding more stability and passion in yourself, not from other people. Because people are always going to let you down. Trust me. Is that queen? This is the bitch. This is the Libra energy card. I'm like, I think that's the Empress. It's just throwing me off because the Empress usually doesn't have a sword, but these are like medieval. Oh no, it's Justice. Okay. So injustice came through. So justice is everything falling into place. It's getting what you deserve. And injustice is, you know, the reverse is the injustice. You're feeling like you're not getting what you deserve, whether that is emotionally or physically in your life. You just feel like, you know, this isn't, you know, I'm meant for better. I need better. And I think where this is all coming from in regards to what I was initially talking about is like, you need to stop taking these injustices, these things that are happening to you externally in your life that are just making you go, man, that sucks. But you're not saying that sucks. You're saying I suck. And that's Taurus. You're just beating yourself up for all of this shit that's happened to you. All of these feelings of like, man, that's not what I deserve. I deserve better than that. But the Taurus mentality is more stuck in a, I don't deserve better. You know? Like, you're taking these injustices as like a hit against yourself. And you're like beating yourself up for shit that's happened to you. But the more you just kind of like victimize yourself, you're not going to be able to get anywhere, you know? You're not going to be able to find that self-love. You need to stop looking at all of your setbacks in life and start looking at your strengths a little bit more. Like, look at this instances where you know, in life, when injustice happens, there's usually something that we have to do to deal with it. And you need to start looking more on how you've dealt with these things and give yourself some credit for the shit that you've done for yourself and for others. You're not giving yourself enough credit emotionally and just spiritually. You're dragging yourself down for shit that wasn't even your fault. You know, what does that have to say about you? It doesn't have anything to say about you, but it makes you feel better when you're just beating yourself up, because then it makes you feel like you're in control. Taurus is a control freak. You guys, when something happens in your life, you're just, you know, you're beating yourself up because you feel like there's something that you should have been able to do, but sometimes you've just been dealt some shitty cards. Sometimes some shit just happens, and you can't sit and like act like, one, take it as you deserve it, like, oh, this happened to me because I just deserve it, I guess, you know. You have to flip it around. You can't, the more you just victimize yourself, you can't actually like find a solution or get yourself out of that solution, let alone see how strong you are and see how powerful you are in being able to get out of that, you know. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that you wanted something to be offered to you emotionally. You wanted somebody to offer you, whether it's a friendship or whether it's love or whether it's respect, just something that you value emotionally. You know, you wanted them to offer it to you, but the card that just came up says that that's not going to be offered to you. That, or it wasn't offered to you. This could be a past scenario. It could manifest in different ways, but there's something that you wanted that, you know, emotionally, you wanted it to be reciprocated, but it wasn't, or it's not going to. And I think that you feel like that, you know, it kind of ties in with that injustice card. You're taking it as, you know, man, you know, I deserve better. But at the same time, why are you beating yourself up about it then? Why are you taking somebody not being willing to give the type of things that you are so beautiful in being able to give as a loss on your end? And you're beating yourself up about it for like, oh, I'm never going to have that reciprocated. But you're looking in the wrong place. You need to start looking for that more in yourself. Once you actually look for the emotional, like, think about it this way. Nobody is ever going to be as, this is just something I've thought in my personal life, you know. This is why I don't have a lot of close friends, is because people don't give what I give in relationships. And I used to beat myself up about it. I remember the first time I ever saw a shaman, I asked her, I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I keep friends? And I'm not going to go into what she said. It was very beautiful. But that's where you need to stop that. You know, you can't take all of these people not reciprocating what you give as something missing inside of you. You need to just have more confidence, you know, just be like, man, I have all these things to give, and, you know, clearly they don't deserve it from me, not the other way around, you know. What else? What else? Is there anything else for my Taurus babies, my loves? Because I'm telling you, this is why I fucking love Taurus loves other Taurus. I read that once, and I was like, that is just so true. Like, and I'm not even gonna lie, it manifests in a lot of different ways. Earth signs. I'm just an earth sign type of bitch. Any other sign I have to be really fake around and like kind of keep a lot of things in, but I just can unapologetically be myself and just love any other earth sign because they get that, you know. And maybe that's it. You need to start, you know, people are never going to give as much as you're going to give to yourself, and you need to stop looking for respect from others. You need to stop looking for love from others, because they're never going to give as much as you're going to give. You can't expect that when it's not possible. And especially if you can't give it to yourself, you're just never going to be able to fully receive it from anyone else. So you initially have to, like, find respect in yourself, and then you won't be so let down when people disrespect you, because at least you got your fucking back. At least you know. The final card is the Eight of Swords reversed, which means basically the light at the end of the tunnel. I see, you know, it's a lot of swords, and they're just kind of like crossing over each other, and it's very balanced, you know. There's a lot of equilibrium in it, you know. Definitely everything. It's almost like all of these swords in your back are almost like in perfect alignment to where, like, it's not really a setback. It's almost like I've taken all my swords, I've taken all my daggers, and I've walked away. And I've found whatever in myself that I needed to find to just not feel that anymore. Like all of those swords, like in your back, it's like reversed. It's like there's nothing. You don't feel anything. There's nobody stabbing you in the back. You know, you got your own back. So, like, who can hurt you? You know? Once you got yourself, once you're like your own main bitch, you know, and you don't need anybody else to get what you can give to yourself, nobody can touch you. Nobody can hurt you. And especially yourself. You can't hurt yourself anymore. It's usually those instances where we get hurt by other people as a Taurus. You know, somebody else hurts you, and instead of saying, wow, they're a bitch, you think, what did I do to deserve this? I deserve that. I did this. I did that. You start to, like, dwell on yourself and, like, just eat yourself up. But this card is saying, like, the light is at the end of the tunnel. You have, you know, that lack of pain, that lack of being affected by all of the swords is there. And it just showed up. It literally, that's what this card means. It's like, no pain, no daggers, you know? And that's just it. You need to start giving yourself everything that you need. And then when you don't need other people to give it to you, then there's no way that they can hurt you. And there's no way that you can hurt yourself, you know? Okay. I'm going to see. I like to do this because I love what I've experienced in my life, and I always forget, and like the spirits that I've worked with, so I'm always gonna like pull a book and just see what from my past is coming through. Okay. Ooh. A change in your life is coming. Okay, so this is an angel number that is perfect yin and yang. That's wholeness, and that's integration of light and dark. So like there's definitely this energy of like completion and being whole, nothing's missing. An important phase of your life is ending. You are leaving one chapter and a new one is beginning. There are cosmic reasons for this, and you must trust that your angels will guide you through the process. Right now, you are just marking time in your life, and what is going on isn't getting you any further along. You are just placeholding in a life that should be full. What you are leaving behind will not even compare to the new and exciting life that awaits you. Change is scary, even if it's for the better. The closing of a part in your life can be very sad. You might have to move to a new place, say goodbye to old friends, or leave a job where you are content. This already has so much to do with what I was saying. Like once you make that switch, that mental switch of like, oh, you know, I just love myself. There's nothing wrong with me. You know, you might end up getting what you deserve, which may mean losing some people that are toxic. Like once you actually start to love yourself and give yourself the respect and honesty and like shit that people can't give you, you see more in people where you just start to see more of like, man, I don't need that anymore. I don't need this person. That's something that doesn't serve me, you know? Everything else kind of illuminates and things come to you. Like once you start to love yourself and like act more from a place of like, you know, I don't need anybody else to get this sort of fulfillment, blessings just come. Like a new job, like moving, you know, circumstances will just happen. Things will just happen. You'll meet people that you actually like and like actually vibe with, you know? You might start to step away from things that you'll start to actually realize that those things don't serve you once you know, make that change. Try focusing on the excitement of your new endeavor instead of looking at what you are leaving behind. And that also manifests in, you know, stop focusing on what you're lacking. You know, stop focusing on where you are if it's somewhere stagnant. Start focusing on what you can do. You know, make peace with it. You know, my whole life after I got out of college, I didn't really have any shred of like physical, like nothing physically was happening that was telling me, hey, you're not going to be making minimum wage the rest of your life. But instead of sitting there and thinking you're making minimum wage every day, you're just going to make minimum wage every day, I just thought you're here now because you'll be somewhere better in a couple years. And then once that happened and I actually stopped beating myself up and stopped mentally crippling myself, things did start happening. Blessings did start coming to me to the point where I'm moving to Washington because I'm getting this boss-ass job. Like, miracles just happen once you make that switch. And trust that your guardian angels will be with you to guide you through your journey. And I hate to say it, but like, fuck that statement. Trust that you got your own fucking back. And that's just the tea. People let you down, but it doesn't matter because you got yourself. And once you really find everything in yourself that you need to deeply understand that and embody it and feel it, you know, once you realize, man, I'm the most reliable person in the world. Good thing I will always watch and get my own back. And, you know, the people that don't deserve my reliability aren't going to get it. And the people that do deserve my reliability are going to get it. You're going to start actually, like, feeling the power and, like, the empowerment of who you are. And, like, the strengths of yourself, and you're gonna fall in love with yourself. For the first time, you're just gonna be like, man, I'm that bitch, you know? Because, like, come on, Taurus, I hate to say it, but, like, you are that bitch. Every Taurus is that bitch. That's why we're so, like, that's why we only really like other Tauruses, because nobody else gives what we give. Nobody has that dedication that a Taurus has, that honesty, that love. You know, you just got to start seeing it in yourself. Stop being so held back by people who have abused the gifts that you give. I'm just going to leave it at that.